Hello everybody. So today I'm going to do another video 2 of the long computational leadstone initial yarn. Topic that pretty good. Encoders and decoders. So we're going to do encoders first, then I'll go over decoders, because they're both completely different things. So, what an encoder is it takes an input, which is just one of these A, B, C, or D, and then turns it into a corresponding output. So say I inputted D. So D on our truth table is 0, 0. So our output would be 0, 0. So if we did B, so let's go to B, it should be B is 1, 0. So our output would be, so B is 1, 0. And that's the same with all of the ones. It takes their letter input and then it turns down to their binary output. So A is meant to be 1, 1. So if we turn on A, then the output would be 1, 1. So that's what an encoder is. Now, how to make it. So you'll need pretty much just this only, and blocks. So let's get lime. So let's look at A. A is 1, 1, or well, let's just start C or D. So D is 0, 0. So for D we actually don't have to do anything. For C is 0, 1. So okay, C is 0, 1, B is 1, 0, so you will go over here, but then A is 1, 1, so it'll go into both. So yeah, we pretty much have it from what we have. So D 0, 0, C 0, 1, C is 0, 0, 1, B is 1. Yeah, so those are also some problems that happen. So what we want to happen is this bridge is over, but it also goes like that there. So B is 1, 0, and then A is 1, 1. So technically that works, but we have a bit of a problem. Say you wanted to have like 50 lighters as input, and then you would have 30 lamps. Well, this would get super messy with bridges going across bridges, yeah, and then if there's a mistake, then you have to go through all that whole mess and change something. Yeah, and nobody likes doing that. So, a better thing to do is, I'm just going to destroy all this. Now that mess is gone, now it is time to make the better version. And just what we should be doing in red. So, this is how you do it. You need to put torches on the back of all of these, acting as a NOT gate. Then if we put a block above here, the torch, as you can see, moves through the block and goes up there. Then if we bring this line across here, yeah, then we just have these neat lines and that whole mess. And if we just put redstone in all of them, and then we can just put them on their corresponding codes. So A is 1 1. Wait, another thing I have to do is bring this across. Yeah. There we go. Oh. Okay, there doesn't need to be one in the middle, but there could be one in the middle if we wanted, but no. So yeah, and then A is 1 1. Then you bring this across 2. So A is both of these. As you can see, if we now turn on A, look what happens. So this torch gets turned off, which deactivates this entire line, allowing these torches to turn on and activate these. Let's see A, now it's going to B. So we're going to put a torch here. For C, we put a torch over here, and then for D, we don't put any torches. And as you can see, it works. A is 1 1, B is 1 0, and then C is 0 1. So yeah, and this is completely stackable. There's no reason in having that entire mess if you can just have this neat stack. So yeah, that is an encoder, but what about a decoder? Well, now it's time to do decoders. So, decoders are pretty much the opposite of an encoder. Instead of taking letters as inputs, so yeah, it actually takes numbers as inputs and takes these as output. On our truth table, 0 0 gives us, so it actually takes numbers as inputs and makes that an output, instead of taking letters as inputs and numbers as output. So yeah, right now 0 0 gives us A, so 0 0 is our input, and then A is our output. So yeah, if you already got that, then I'm just going to explain a bit more if you didn't. So 1 1, as you can see, gives us D. So then if this were real, you'd get D as an output. So yeah, that's pretty much what a decoder is. So there's one way I don't know how to make up a decoder, and it's what is usually used, but I use a different version of a decoder. And it is made like this. So you're not going to need that. You're going to need glass, and then you're going to need wool, and then torches, dust, and I think repeaters. So first we need to make a tower. And another mistake that I see a lot of people make is using slabs for their towers. Don't use slabs. They're not as good as glass. They're easier to place, just so you know, in my opinion. I need to put glass. So you're gonna need to do this. Yes, I might have put the output on the wrong side. Anyway, so 0, 0 gives us A. So we'll just have the bottom be A. So only 0, 0 will give us A. So yeah, it's pretty simple on how this works. Then you just put these together and put a NOT gate. But like a way better way of doing it is just, yeah, there. It's better. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. That's good. And there you also more than that many outputs. So yeah, so this tells us if we have A as output, B is 1, 0. So we'll have a repeater here and a torch here. See what's going on? If there's a 1 on the truth table, then on here it's a torch. If it's a 0 on here, it's a repeater. You get odd, and then does this. So yeah, this is usually how I would turn binary into decimal. And then 1, 1 is D. So yeah, there we go. So right now we have 0, 0, and that's A. So far so good. 1, 0. And I just realized I flipped it around. The zeros in. I am really good at flipping things around. Okay, and then 1, 0 gives us B. 0, 1 gives us C, and 1, 1 gives us D. So yeah, there's the decoder. It decodes binary inputs and turns them into, well, you could say decimal, you could say whatever you want. So yeah, that's encoders and decoders. Yeah. I think I've explained most of it. Oh, there's one thing I need to go over. So, you also might be wondering, what is the purpose of these? Well, one of the main purposes is for transferring data. It's just really good at transferring data. So, like, let's grab our red wool from before. Let's make an encoder. I'm going to make a device that takes inputs and then makes it the same on the output, but just vertical. Well, maybe I can find a way to make it horizontal. So, yeah. First I'm going to encode it into different values. Another thing about encoders is that encoders can only take one input at once unless, well, say bye to it. So for 3, I might as well just use 2 bits because that's really easy to use. So yeah, just gonna use 2 bits. Wait, I actually do need to put another block. Then I'm gonna put redstone over it. Then I'm gonna put redstone along here. In here, I can put touches, so I'm just gonna put some codes on here. There we go. So there, I just added some codes. Then you can send that over 2 wires. Then we can make those 2 wires get decoded. Oh well, I'm just gonna use World Edit. Another thing that I use is World Edit, so yeah, I would, if you're gonna follow some of the things that I do, I would suggest you use World Edit. Or download World Edit. There we go. So what I just did was just pretty much just duplicate it over here. So there's no reason to freak out over that if you don't have World Edit. You can just pause the video and make it on the other side. So let's see what the code for A is. It's 100. So I'm gonna put a torch here, or Peter here. I'm gonna put a knot. And I'm also gonna do something so it's horizontal. Oh well. I'll do the wiring after, because it's here. Anyway, so 1 1 is the next one, so 1 1. And then the next one is, I believe it was 0 1. Wait. I think I made too many. There we go. Then, so in order, so he'll be the last one. And it's the one all the way up here. To go oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna try expanding this out a bit so it's easier to manage. So now it's a bit hard. Okay. I know this is really messy, but anything I could, and just add repeaters in case it's not in case signal strength runs out. So as you can see, turn on that one, we get that back. Turn on this one. Okay, first problem found. Okay, I see the problem. There. So the whole thing that this does is that it just takes the input and copies it. But if you input 2, it can cause some serious problems, like activating multiple at once. Yeah. So, for example, it takes these 2 as the middle. So yeah. You never want to input 2 at once. So the whole purpose of this thing right here is to send. So if we expanded this, we could add another one So the purpose of this is to send a lot of data over onto a small amount of lines. If I wanted to do this a different way, the only way I could think of, or that you could just wire it up when you're along here, that would be 3 wires. As you can see, we're doing it right here only with 2 wires. So yeah, that's one of the reasons which is the point of that. So that's encoders and decoders. And they're also used a lot in computers, obviously. So yeah. Bye.